Hello and welcome to Zombie Nation, where I talk about different shows that I like. I saw the first season of Teen Wolf, this is season 2, and this continues right off what happened in season 1, where Derek is now the alpha, but Scott doesn't really want to be part of his pack. He pretty much works with Allison and Styles, which Allison is his girlfriend, but her dad does not want him and her dating because he's a werewolf and this and that, and they don't so much like each other, so they have to kind of date in secret. So she's sneaking out at night and going to see him and then making out and doing all kinds of stuff. And the mom doesn't approve of it, the dad doesn't approve of it. The grandfather, which is the father of Allison's dad, is in this, and he's pretty much the main villain, except for he's not the most dangerous person. Jackson was turned, but he did not become a werewolf, so he's like a lizard-like creature or whatever. And he's like, supposedly he's fighting off, so he's like bleeding in class, his nose is bleeding, his ears bleeding, he's blood all over the place. Seems kind of black, not so much red, but it turns out that he can be controlled. He has like a master or whatever, so the master is making him kill people. You don't know who it is for most of the season until like a few episodes down. Okay, so it's like the last, maybe like the last this 3 before you know who it is. But you kind of have an idea who it is, but then you don't, then you're like, well, maybe it's this person, that person, but someone else also gets control of him, but I'm not saying who. I'm not going to say the names of who controls him, but you have to watch it for yourself. It's pretty good. There's a couple other werewolves because basically Derek wants to create a pack, and he wants Scott in the pack as well, but that doesn't want to be part of it. He says something about, you're an alpha, but you're not my alpha, so I don't know who's his alpha, and Scott's almost like an alpha. Also, Allison's mom tries to kill Scott, so that's pretty bad, and something happens to her, and then it makes kind of Allison go into like a dark side, so to speak. And then you think the people that hate each other wouldn't team up, but they do team up. They pretty much have a common enemy, and they have to team up in order to stop this guy. I'm not going to spoil the whole thing for you, but at the end, basically, you know that there's going to be more werewolves, and it's a pack of alphas that supposedly they're going to face in season 3. And that's the reason also the main enemy from season 1, spoiler alert, he's back. He died, but he's back. And he's not, I don't know if he's not an alpha, so to speak. He doesn't want to be an alpha, but I'm assuming he really is one, but he's working with Derek. And Jackson's the main enemy in this. The same guy that plays as Roy Harper in Arrow is Jackson in this. Styles is funny in this. He's really good. All the characters in this are really awesome. I give this season, I think it was better than the first one. So good. I can't really rate either one of them because they're just good. There's nothing. The acting's good. The characters are good. Stories are interesting. There was not one bad episode in this season. So I'd have to give it a 5 out of 5 because there wasn't a bad episode. And I don't recall there being a bad episode in season 1 either. So that's rare that I like every single episode. I'm not saying that I like all of them the same though. I do have my favorite episodes. There is one where they're having a party and no one goes to Lydia's party. And Styles has to invite some people over, and they're all 2 drag queens that show up, which is kind of funny. But yeah, it turns into a big party, and he brings like a big package or something for her, but he's in love with her, but she's in love with Jackson. Woo! So yeah, check this out, people. It's really good. Season 3 comes out June 3rd. It's on Monday night. Actually, that is my last day of work. Wait a minute. It's not my last day of work, because I'm actually leaving my job on June 3rd is my last day, so it's kind of fitting that the 3rd season of Teen Wolf comes out on the exact day that I'm done with that job, and now I'm gonna get a new one, and I'm gonna be awesome, like I always am. So I'm gonna put this down, and I'm gonna tell you this: I'm the CSO Siren, and I'm never insane. Welcome to Zombie Nation. Bam!